President Biden met with Nordic leaders today in Finland. That is the newest member of NATO, fresh off of the alliance's pivotal summit in nearby Lithuania. Mr. Biden sought to reassure the world that the United States will remain committed to the defense partnership.
There is no question. There's overwhelming support from the American people. As sure as anything can possibly be said about American foreign policy, we will stay connected to NATO.
NBC News White House correspondent Monica Alba is live in Helsinki for us this afternoon. Monica, good to have you. So President Biden now heading back to Washington, D.C. Tell us more about his messaging during this trip overseas.
Yeah, this entire week, Vicky, was really about presenting this united front within NATO and these critical countries like Finland, where we are, that border Russia. And it was all about emphasizing the fact that Finland and Sweden will now be able to join the alliance while pledging unwavering support for Ukraine. That was a major question heading into the NATO summit in Vilnius, where we just came from after 2 days there, where President Zelensky was urging the leaders to try to fast track the time frame for the potential acceptance of Ukraine into NATO. But we know that that process now is not going to take place until the war ends. And it was President Biden who continued to tell him, alongside these Nordic leaders, that they will be with Ukraine every step of the way until then, Vicky.
Monica, put it all into context for us. What are the major takeaways from the president's trip to Europe today?
Yeah, and it started some days ago with the president heading to the UK to meet with King Charles to talk about the key issue of climate change. Then he was in Lithuania to meet with those NATO leaders to talk specifically about global security as it relates to Russian aggression. And then finally here to Finland, marking quite a contrast when you think about what happened 5 years ago this week when former President Trump was in Helsinki to meet with President Putin, where he sided with his denials about Russian election interference. President Biden today wanting to send a clear signal to President Putin, saying he has already lost the war, and knowing and acknowledging that Russia has been interfering in several American elections in recent years. Vicky.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.